guys, so just got my hair done, so that's why it's looking a little dark. I say that every time, but I know people are gonna make comments about it, so yeah. Also, I want to mention that Halloween chokers are now available on my Etsy store. The tooth ones that I'm wearing right now almost sold out, so I definitely need to restock those, which I will be. I just wanted to let you guys know because in my last video I said that, well, video before last, because the last one was Bloody Mary. But in that other video I said that they weren't available yet, but they are now, so have at it. Get ready for Halloween with some things around your neck. So I decided to do this video called So You Want to Be a YouTuber, and mostly it's going to consist of info about being a YouTuber, commonly asked questions, and also some things that most YouTubers don't talk about. Hopefully it's informative for you, whether you're just curious about YouTubers and these aspects of being a YouTuber, or you want to create your own channel. I'm hoping that this is helpful in inspiring you to create your own channel, and I'm also going to talk about the negative aspects of being a YouTuber. So the first question that I get, why do it? How do you be motivated when life is busy? How do you stay motivated when you have no one watching, really? Well, the easy question, why to do it? It definitely has to be a hobby. Don't look at it as a career choice. It's not a career. It can develop into a career, such as Michelle Phan, but not everybody's gonna be a Michelle Phan. Some people get opportunities, career opportunities, through being a YouTuber, and that's great for them. But for me, it's not a career, it's a hobby. It's awesome that my hobby is also my job, but if I didn't make money off of this, I'd still be doing it. So you need to have the right kind of motive to do this. You can't just come on here and be like, I'm gonna make this my job, because that is not how you should view YouTube. And I am sad to see that so many people view YouTube as a job and they treat it as such. Instead of being passionate about it and excited to film videos and stuff like that, it just seems forced for some people. So how to be motivated, or how to get motivation? For me, I get motivation from watching others. I feel like in order to make this a thing, you really have to watch other YouTubers. Otherwise, if you're not supporting anybody, why should anyone support you? So watching others and getting inspired by what they're creating is really what motivates me, and of course you guys. But what happens if you don't have a lot of viewers? You'll get there, and maybe not everybody gets there. I can't say everybody will reach 10,000 subscribers one day, but I mean, just seeing a few numbers crawl up is so exciting. I remember when I had 5 subscribers, I'm like, why are these 5 people intrigued by me? Like, what is it about me? And then obviously it grew from there, and it was just so exciting, and just seeing those little numbers, even the little numbers, mean so much in the beginning. So how do you start? Number one, you need a name, and if you don't have a lot of creativity like me, like I don't have creativity at all, just use your name. And if you're not comfortable using your name, make up a name. I don't care. Just do what you want to do. I could not come up with a creative name in any way, so I chose my name. Plus I wanted it to be my name because I wanted people in my real life to be able to find me, which is weird because a lot of people ask me, what if, you know, people in my real life start watching me, and that's awkward and weird, and I don't want people at my school to watch me. I understand that, but for me, I was out of school, out of high school that is, and so I wanted to brag about it, to be honest. I wanted to be like, look at this cool thing I'm doing. So if anyone from my past wanted to like look me up, they'd be able to see how cool of a thing I'm doing. But if you don't want that, then you can use a fake name. You can, although be careful with that, because honesty is the best policy when it comes to YouTube, let me just say. Honesty and being yourself is the #1 tip I have for anybody. Don't lie. It's okay to omit things from YouTube and from your subscribers, but don't blatantly lie about things. If it's not your real name, say it's not your real name and then move on. And a lot of people are gonna try and figure out your real name and all that, but I think eventually over time you'll find that it's okay to reveal your real name. And also, if you have a username that's just a weird one, just a fancy one like GCStar07, that works too. Now you can have a banner on your channel, and you can make this through Photoshop or Paint if you don't have Photoshop, and it's really easy. You can just download a cool text that you like, or a cool font rather, from defont.com, link below. No, I'm not sponsored, it's just the font site that I use for all my videos and how I get all my fonts. They're all free for the most part, and you can use them anyways, any way you want. I don't know. I really recommend also new YouTubers starting social media sites specifically for their channel. So it doesn't have to be your personal account. Like I have a personal Facebook I don't share with anyone, but I also have a public figure Facebook. I have an Instagram and a Twitter, and my Instagram and Twitter are both personal and connected with my YouTube thing. Like I just post my personal stuff and also my YouTube related stuff. So you can choose to go that route or have two separate accounts. Either one works. Now the next question is, okay, I got a channel, I'm ready to go. What software and equipment do I need? Honestly, you don't need no fancy editing software, not the kind that costs money or anything like that. You can literally just use iMovie or Windows Media Editor or Maker, Movie Maker, I don't know what it's called, but I used Windows program. I used the Windows program for so long, and then I finally got Nero Editor, which my dad had the software for, so he gave it to me, and now I use Adobe Premiere, which is really, really nice. If you already have Final Cut Pro or something, great. If not, you don't need to have fancy editing software, at least getting started. I mean, you can go a long time with just using iMovie or Windows Media Maker, Movie Maker, whatever. I do recommend though having a camera that shoots in at least 720. That's not necessarily a requirement because other things can really influence the quality of your videos. For instance, lighting, your background, the content itself. So you don't necessarily need a super high quality camera, but having one that's at least 720 aren't that expensive. I have a backup camera, which I don't really need or use or anything, but it's when this camera was dying, but now this one works again, so I don't know. But I got that one for like $150 on Amazon, so you can save up a little bit of money and splurge and get one that shoots in 1080. It's literally $150 for a 1080 camera, Sony cybershot. I use a Sony cybershot. I'm talking so fast, I'm sorry. I use a Sony cybershot right now, and I've had it for years, and I love it. It shoots in 1080. It's really good quality. No, it doesn't make your background all blurry like a fancy YouTuber. But you don't need that, and I prove that you don't really need that. Phones can also work too. If you have an iPhone 5 or iPhone 6, the quality of that video is really, really good, so you can also use your phone. Now, I mentioned lighting before, and lighting is crucial to being a YouTuber. You can use natural or artificial, and I mean, this is the first time that I've really had softbox lighting. You really don't need anything super fancy. You can have, if you have a lamp, all you have to do is take the lampshade off, and I did that for years and years. And the thing about that though, if you're using artificial, is to make sure to get multi-spectrum light bulbs or white tone light bulbs. Do not get the standard like yellow light bulbs. Now, background, tripod, things like that aren't really necessary. I mean, it's cool to have an awesome background or a neutral background, like a white one, or your bedroom or something. Just do that. I mean, it's really, you don't need anything super nice in the background. You don't need those string lights or any some people have. Tripod, you're sitting on 2 candles right now. So those are the least important in my opinion. I think quality of the camera, good lighting, and obviously content, whatever you're talking about, should be good. Now the next question I get all the time is copyright info. Now the music, things like that I use in my videos, honestly, it's trial and error. You can spend money and get music to use in your videos, but honestly, I just go through SoundCloud or Free Music Archive. There are thousands of songs out there. All I do is type in like Marilyn Manson remix on SoundCloud and I go through them. Now, a lot of them are going to be copyrighted, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes there will be those few songs that get copyrighted and then you have to redo your video, and it's really frustrating. Like I said, it's trial and error. You just download cool songs that you like, and as long as they're free, because then you can most likely use them in a video. Not always though, not through SoundCloud. I think I've had a couple songs copyrighted on Free Music Archive, but those are less, so if you want to go that route, I recommend that route too. SoundCloud is great if you want specific songs, but you want the remix, so obviously it's not copyrighted, you can't use the real song. Now if you're looking to use like movie clips or video, like I do on my horror channel, you just don't use the whole clip or the whole video. I don't know what the specific rule is, but rule of thumb, I just use 15 seconds or less, or chop it up like I do with the channel or with the trailers on my other channel in my reviews. I just chop up the video so it's not like one continuous take and then you don't get copyrighted. Now you got all this cool stuff. You got a camera, you got the lighting, you got info about how to do it. What do you start with? These are my recommendations of good videos to start with when you're first starting out and you have nothing on your channel. Tags are a great way to get to know someone. So 50 random questions tag or whatever those tags are. You could do a what's in my bag video. People love those. So those are good ones to start out with. Hauls, if you are able to, obviously. Hauls require shopping and things like that, but if you have stuff to show, people love hauls. I'm gonna tell you the videos that get me the most views on my channel. Number one, hauls. Actually, these aren't in any order, so forget number one. Hauls, get ready with me videos, the sped up kind, or even just the talking kind, but not everybody, I feel like, would appreciate talking kinds. I just got the best viewers ever, so you guys really like when I talk. Not everybody likes when everybody talks. Lookbooks get really good amount of views, and room tour. That's a good one if you are starting out and you want to show off your room. That's a good one that gets a lot of views. And thrifting related things also on my channel get a lot of views, but that's based on my viewer demographic, I guess. That's based on you guys. It's not going to be the same for every YouTuber, but those are the videos that generally I get the most views on. So it's great you have a video up. Now what do you do? How do you get noticed? The number one thing I want to say about this is do not spam on other people's videos. It's not a good way to get noticed at all. I'm sure some people can get noticed that way, but us other YouTubers don't like it and we don't appreciate it. We're not a fan. I don't like it. I don't necessarily delete them or anything, but I just don't like spamming or advertising on other people's channels. The way I got noticed is I literally did nothing. I just kept uploading, and eventually someone's gonna find a video of yours and then it'll just take off. I mean, not like, it's a gradual process, at least depending on your situation. Obviously with someone like Sarah, my friend, I was really encouraging her to make a channel, and so because she had been in some of my videos, her channel spiked really quickly, but that's not a realistic route that a lot of people take. Like me, myself, took me years to build a subscriber basis, and it took at least like 2 years to get to 10,000 or something like that. So it's not going to be fast for everybody, and that is okay because you are doing it for the right reasons, right? As long as you're doing it for yourself and you like the stuff you're talking about, then that's what makes it worth it. It's not thousands of subscribers or all the money you're making or not making. It really comes down to you enjoy doing it, and you will get there. You will get up to 1,000 subscribers. It will happen. It just takes time. Make sure to be social, reply to subscribers, reply to comments, be on social media. You can go ahead and talk to other YouTubers or like on social media and stuff like that. Try and be friends with some if you can, if they respond to you. You want to be interactive with your viewers, and I think a lot of people appreciate that, is being a real person and talking to them. How long does it take to film and edit a video? You will have to dedicate time out of your life to do this if you're serious about it. When you first start off, I really recommend at least 4 to 5 videos a week, which is a lot, but I posted every single day when I started because it was such a hobby and I loved filming and editing and doing all that. So if you love it, do it often. Also, posting more frequently is an easier way to gain more viewers. So for me, filming a video, let's take this one for example. It'll probably be 20-30 minutes of footage, so I sit down here, talk for 20-30 minutes, take the footage onto my editor. I'll probably spend a couple hours editing. That's the longest part, but it's also personally my favorite part. But honestly, it does not take a lot of time, at least for me. I was still able to juggle full-time job, full-time school, well, part-time school, and a YouTube channel, however hard it was. If you have a full-time job and school and stuff like that, it's okay to just film on weekends. What I would recommend is pre-filming. It's okay to pre-film, trust me. Some people don't like it. I don't know why. We all have busy lives. Another question that I got is, where do you get ideas? This ties back into the previous comment that I made before, that you have to watch other people to get inspired, because that's where I get all of my ideas, is watching other YouTubers, and it may not be directly related to a video that they did, but somehow something they said or did or whatever outfit they're wearing inspired me to do something. The number one thing I can tell you, if you're going to take away anything, only film what you watch. You don't watch certain videos, don't film them, because you're not going to be amped to be talking about that subject. And I'm a hypocrite for this because I don't watch a lot of empties videos. Some certain people's empties videos I love, but others I don't watch, and I still film empties videos. They're not my favorites to film because I'm showing trash, which conceptually, like, I understand the concept of empties because you can give honest reviews about things, but for me, I'm not passionate about it, so I'm kind of a hypocrite here. But generally just film what you enjoy talking about, what you enjoy watching on YouTube, because then you're always gonna be, what's the word? Engaged. You're going to be engaged with the video and the camera if you really enjoy what you're talking about. So when do you make partner? Honestly, partnership happens pretty quickly nowadays. It didn't used to back in my day. I'm so old. Back in my day, it took me, I started in June and I made partner in November of 2010. So it took me about that many months to become partner, and I remember when it happened and I was so excited. I could monetize my videos and I was so amped. Now with being partner and you're not signed to any company or anything, just being partner through Google AdSense, you set up your tax info and stuff like that. Don't worry, it's completely legit and trustworthy. I know you gotta enter in your social and everything like that. You can trust Google AdSense, okay? People might be a little iffy about that whole process. You don't have to make money from doing videos. That's the other thing I want to say. You don't have to monetize your videos if you don't want to. It's completely up to you. Now when you're partner, you don't actually get paid until you reach a $100 threshold. So once you earn $100 based on all your videos, that's when you get a payment, and it could be direct deposit. Is it direct deposit? I don't know. Yeah, it's direct deposit, and that's how you get paid. As far as how much you make being a YouTuber, this varies from YouTuber to YouTuber because some people are signed with companies, i.e. me with Style Hall. I'm signed with Style Hall, so they are the ones that pay me. So when it's direct deposited into my bank, it says Style Hall. Now they pay me a certain amount, and I don't know if it's like a flat rate for all the people that they're signed with, but I think it's based on how many subscribers you have. So I will say when I started when I was partner, just partner, not signed with Style Hall, but I was getting $2.25 per 1,000 views at the time, and that's just through Google. So it would take a little while before I would get my deposits because I had to build up enough views in order to make at least $100 before they would pay me. Now Style Hall pays more than Google, and that's one of the incentives of signing with a company, is they pay a little bit more to be signed with them, and it has a lot of perks too. So if you get an opportunity to be signed with a company, whether it's the platform or Style Hall or any other ones that are out there, I personally would advise someone to take it because it's awesome to have a community where you can talk with others in that community. Again, a great way to build your channel, but also have community managers that you can talk to. I had an issue with this vegan thing a while ago, and I was able to talk to my community manager about it and get some help with that, although it was the video was taken down and everything. Another story for another time. Now as far as sponsorships, right? Okay, so we move past the companies, how you get paid, how much you make, and stuff like that. Now it is completely up to the person whether to accept free shit or not. I do only from companies that I have seen other YouTubers accept from, or ones that I know of personally. But I only have a few companies that I really work with, and you guys know it's She Inside Romwe, Choice, and Lovely Wholesale. Those companies I do accept clothes from and you know, show in videos, and one of those companies does pay me, so that again goes against a little bit of what I said before. Not in this video, but just in general, my morality of it. I always said that I would never accept money for something, but that was something specific, and I felt like I was already going to show the clothes. It's already a company I love and work with, so it's really not offering any more incentive for me to do the video. Now everyone's gonna have a different opinion whether or not they want to accept free clothes or get even paid for a video. Now you got to be a little careful, because for me, I only accept clothing or accept things from companies or accept getting paid for something only if it's relevant to my channel. So if it's something completely, like, I would never really talk about that any other time, then I'm not going to accept it. So I obviously do lookbooks all the time, so clothing for me is relevant to show on this channel. Now, if you guys are scared about getting hate on here, now that is definitely something to have a real worry about, because not everybody has a thick skin and not everybody gets a thick skin. So I will say that I am a very sensitive person, and I have cried many times over the hate that I've gotten. However, not recently, because it does... You do get a thicker skin the longer you do this, but I have always been very fortunate in the fact that I don't get a lot of hate, and I'm surprised. I always thought, oh, once I reach 100,000, I'll probably get more hate, and I don't. I barely get any at all, and I'm very, very thankful. However, I know there are sites out there that bash me, and that is okay, because you know what? That says more about them than it does me. I'm just living my life, doing my thing on YouTube, trying to help people, and in my own way anyway. And they bashed me for it. That's fine. They want to do that, spend time out of their lives to focus on me for a second. Go right ahead. That's my viewpoint on it. Obviously, I don't seek out that website anymore, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know about it. I did used to look it up because curiosity just ate me up. But I recommend never looking. Don't go looking for hate. Don't do it, because you will cry, it'll hurt, and it's not worth it, because you're a great person and you're just trying to do what you love and do a hobby that you love, and anyone who wants to bash on you for that is just silly. So there's really no way of avoiding it. It's probably gonna happen when people don't like me or like how I look or like my teeth or my face. I really don't care, because I'm at an age where I've come to accept myself and come to accept how I look, and that's just how it is. Of course I have insecurities about who I am as a person, about what I look like. We all do, and I have my moments and I have my bad days where hate gets to me, but generally you gotta stay strong and keep doing it, because that is the best response to hate, is to ignore it and keep doing your thing. And the last thing I want to talk about is something that I've never heard any YouTuber talk about, and it is a shitty thing. Taxes. Now, I didn't realize going into this, they don't take out taxes. So at the end of the year, I pay a shit ton in taxes. Now, I get write-offs. Anything I buy specific for the channel, I get to write off on my taxes, because this is my job, and so anything I buy for this is a tax write-off. If I buy a new camera, for example, the lighting that I bought recently is a tax write-off. Any kind of costume things that I need for my Halloween tutorials is a tax write-off. So having it be a job is really nice, and technically it goes down as self-employment. It's really a weird thing to say that you do for a living, and not a lot of people understand it. For example, when I went to get my car, you guys know I had a car issue with the Kia, and I didn't make enough to qualify for Kia, so I had to go through Ford, which is just fine. I love Ford, I love my car, but I had to give the Kia back because they said that I was getting income from too many places and that they couldn't break it down, and they didn't understand really what I did, so they didn't really accept the fact that I made YouTube videos, that I had an Etsy store, and I also got money through PayPal because of my Etsy. They said that was too much and they couldn't approve me. And also I was like right under the limit that you needed to make monthly for to qualify for the car. So there might be little inconveniences like that in your life if this is your only job, but obviously if you have another job, another part-time job or something, it could be awesome because you get to make extra money, but just keep in mind, you'll have to pay in taxes at the end of the year. But be sure to keep your receipts for anything you buy for the channel. Now, hauls don't really count because you're just showing what you've purchased for yourself. It's not for the channel. So no, I cannot write off haul video stuff. Hopefully this video was very informational. I kind of wrote down everything I can think of about being a YouTuber and any kind of questions you guys might have about it and the secrets behind being a YouTuber, like the tax thing. I'm sure not a lot of people talk about that, but that's what happens. Now, I don't know if that's for everybody. I can't say the same thing for Ellen Blair, for instance, or, you know, Rebecca Black or anything like that. I don't know what their situation is, but that's mine. And that's me being signed to Style Hall. That's how the income works for me and the taxes work for me, so I don't know if that's how it is for everybody, but yep. Hopefully this has inspired you or answered any kind of questions you had about being a YouTuber and inspires you to make your own channel, because it really is fun. And yes, there are some changes that have happened within the past year, I'd say, on YouTube with the sponsorships and things like that. But honestly, as long as you're true to yourself and true to what you want to talk about, it's fun and it's a good place to be. I just stay true to myself and keep being me and being real with you guys because that's how I prefer to do things. So you don't have to do that, but it makes it easier to bond with your viewers, I find. So if you are a YouTuber out there and you have any kind of tips for anybody who maybe wants to start a channel or anything you think I did not address in this video and want to leave it down in the comments, I would love that because we can all use so much information about all the deets of making YouTube videos for a living. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.